Well, as a tech romancer.
Oh, shit. That game was so good.
Yeah.
Gwent, Techromancer.
Yeah.
Gwent. Welcome.
Hello.
To the Gwent podcast.
Kanye West, Matrix, Gwent.
This is your grandpa's podcast, episode 2.
It's
Uh,
podcast.
We did it.
We did it.
We did
we're
one.
Here, man.
Here
We're
we are.
Time 2.
I'm your grandpa from your mother's side, Josh Holden.
Yeah. I am also your grandpa. From your mother's side. I am Erik Angus Franco. Hello.
And this week, for the first time
First time ever
in the run of the podcast, we have a special guest pa.
Yeah.
Also from your mother's side.
You pointed at me there when you said that.
I did more of a revealing. It was more of it's more of a reveal for that wonderful mashup of special guest and grandpa, which I think is pretty good. Building the brand.
Yeah.
Anyways, here he is. It's my good friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Long time
friend of the show.
Yeah.
Erik Scanlon.
Hello.
It's me, Erik Scanlon.
He came all the way from Oakland, California. Oklahoma. Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Oakland, Hollywood.
That's the O.
It's right
Hollywood.
in the middle of the O.
It stands for
if you're
Oakland.
Looking at, not a lot of people know that, but when you look at the sign, there's a little town in every single one of those letters.
Yeah.
And the O's in the wood part, both of those O's, they stand for Oakland.
Oh man, so you're in the second O part.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Cool.
in the second iteration of Oakland.
Yeah.
We phase back.
I've always heard the first O town is not really a place you want to bring
I
your kids.
love that first O-Town album though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't. All right. Yeah. No, I'll give you that.
Wait.
Their first album was good.
O-Town isn't Butterfly. Is O-Town Butterfly?
That was Crazy Town.
Yeah, that's Crazy Town.
Shit,
O-Town was Liquid Dreams.
Okay.
And that one like come
there goes my
lady.
smooth.
No, it wasn't Come My Lady, but it was a song about cum.
That was a Lick It Up.
No, that's a third song about cum.
Was that Panama, but Lick It Up?
I think I did that right there, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that other band. I don't associate with armied bands.
I want to go back to talking about the tiny towns in the Hollywood sign.
Let's talk about that.
The tiny society, because like
Yeah, that's
You don't
Erik.
need, you know anything more about me.
well, like
You'll
I feel
learn.
like we're gonna be able to. I guess this is a question for you, since this is your wheelhouse and your
Is it my
house where you
wheelhouse?
live in Hollywood.
The wheel.
So tell me about these tiny cities in the Hollywood sign and the tiny people who live there. Because what I'm thinking is
You're
these
bigger
are
than me.
the
I want to say that.
What?
For a fact. I mean, that's probably how people can tell the difference between, because there are two Eriks here. So
there are two Eriks. We should get that cleared up before
you're
we go
taller
any
than
farther.
me.
Yeah, so you want me to be
Well, I'm thinking that's
large
probably like.
That's
well, I mean,
probably
we don't have
enough
to
so
call it.
that people
I'm guessing people will just like know.
people will just know.
okay.
Because
your
I'm
voice
gonna
is
be
probably louder, like
mm,
and higher on.
yeah.
Listen to it.
When you're
Yeah.
it'll be up here. It'll be panned.
Like right about like.
I guess
Panned
the only
to the
thing
left
I'm thinking
and-
of is when I'm like being addressed to know which.
Right. Well, you're taller, so
Are you saying you're gonna pronounce the names differently? For
yeah, we're
each
gonna
of us?
pronounce it taller.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
that wasn't my fault. Okay.
And also,
Tall-
there's
tall
this
women.
there's a few little details that'll help people keep this straight with the two Eriks. Erik, my co-host Erik,
That's me.
his Erik is spelled with a C, and
Hard C though.
So he says.
and our
Not
guest,
an S, not an S. sound.
right? Our guest is with a K,
Yeah.
Erik.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another. If I'm pronouncing it with a K, you'll know I'm talking to our guest.
Especially
if I say
if
it
you're
with a C,
if you're already saying it taller anyway.
yeah, I don't think
That
it'll
would
be
be
an
weird.
issue. Just in case, here's something I thought of. Just in case, if people are confused, do you have like any really cool nicknames that you always wanted people to call you, but like you could never quite get it off the ground?
Dark Thomas.
Dark Thomas? Okay.
Thomas. All right.
I like that. Can we call you DT for short?
Yeah. Although that's not my name. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's not
fair
really
enough.
my
We
name.
should call you Dark
I mean,
Thomas.
you just got this name before you start nicknaming him on that.
I was
Yeah.
supposed to be in a different time when I wanted to
yeah.
be Dark Thomas. Back
Right.
in around like middle school, I really wanted to be Dark Thomas, but this is just a thing I'm reminiscing on right now before your eyes.
Well, let's dig into that a little bit. What made you want to be Dark Thomas when you were that age?
Are you talking to me right now?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got confused with the whole thing where you were like, I thought
The Dark Thomas
the
thing, because that
nickname-
was that also just coincidentally that's what you wanted to be called in middle school?
Yeah, but mine was a dark with a C.
It was very sleek.
Yeah,
Sleek
it
Dark
was
Thomas.
Wow.
it was more stealthy. Like,
Yeah.
You stood next to the black cars that glinted in the moonlight a lot.
That's
Well,
right.
I guess. Whoa. I guess then, in that case, I'd like to hear both of what was kind of going on in your life to make you feel like you were Dark Thomas. So,
Let's
like,
go with-
odd
let's
Tom-
go with the tall. Let's go with. We'll also say this.
Tall Dark
Taller.
Thomas.
We'll say it taller and with a K.
Tall, dark, and Thomas.
Dark Thomas.
Yeah,
Tall,
yeah,
dark,
my-
and Thomas.
That could be my nickname.
Yeah. What
Tall,
brought
dark,
you?
and Thomas.
What?
T-Dat.
Whoa, cool. What brought you to Dark Thomas feelings?
What brought you?
Well, it's a long story.
All right.
Perfect.
Great.
But I was born in a crypt.
All right.
Well, that wasn't
Yeah,
that
I
long.
think I
That
get
was,
it.
Pretty like yeah.
All right.
Well,
Makes,
it's
yeah.
just
It's all coming together.
that's peg one on the timeline.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Unless we go back to the parent
Oh,
conception
man.
pegs.
Whoa.
Which, honestly, that's all based on hearsay at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
Who can say?
Ooh, that's dark though.
Thomas.
well, it's nature versus nurture, really.
right.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. The nature of the crypt is dark.
yeah. So my nurture was bad, but my nature was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
The nature of your nurture was primo.
yeah, I mean, it's a morality thing. You could say that I'm evil.
Yeah. But most just say dark.
Most would say dark just to be polite. I
yeah,
feel
well,
like.
I mean, it's first name, right?
Dark first name.
Dark, yeah.
Well, and,
Dark Thomas.
Dark Johnny Thomas.
Dark John.
Whoa.
Oh man.
This is just layers upon layers.
Darkter.
Darkter.
Yeah, dark.
I still kinda like
really
T-Dat.
Cool. T-Dat's cool. We'll stick
Yeah.
with T-Dat.
Yeah, T-Dat works.
T-Dat.
Yes.
Tall T-Dat.
Yeah. Oh wait. No,
With a
no,
K.
definitely- with
Tall
a K.
T-Dat with a K.
Yeah.
These tiny people living in the Hollywood sign.
Yep.
Are they the people who live inside, say, my TV or behind the movie screen also, and they make the movies and things happen, and all the actors in Hollywood are these tiny little people that come into my television set and live in the Hollywood sign?
No, that's where their parents live.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They. I mean, yeah. You
Okay.
can't
Because
imagine.
that's the-
Right, because
that's
they
the-
live in my TV. I guess it was a stupid question.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the parents conceive of them there. It's a little farm.
And then they send them out into the TVs.
Send them out into the world.
Now, yeah. Is it more of? Do they send them out, or is it more of a like, I'm breaking free of this? I'm breaking free of this one Y
No,
word.
no,
Yeah.
actually, they love their captivity.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big fans. Yeah. I mean, being so small, I can imagine the rest of California being terrifying. Like,
Yeah, it's a very big state.
It's pretty large. We got a good economy.
Yeah.
Mm.
I feel pretty good about it.
Are you a secessionist? Do you want California to be its own country?
I'm like a soft secessionist.
Yeah.
Like I'd
You are.
like to California.
Let
to be
me
moved.
feel.
Like,
yeah.
We could move it a little further away from the rest of the company, but still maintain the land connection.
Okay.
Just
yeah.
fill it in with some dirt, but get like 100 miles away from every other state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Make like a land bridge.
Yeah, they call us the softies. That's the
Yeah.
people who.
I mean,
That's
you
nice.
figure, like, I mean, with all the like, how many states do you surround California?
50.
50 states. I'd say probably most of them need about like half the space
Half the space that, they have
already
already?
have, yeah.
Okay, so you're saying 50 more states.
What? No, half the space they have already. No. This is all for California.
Oh, so California's going to take half of the space of every
Yeah,
other
I've never
state.
been, but
So
I
that's a
hear
lot
great
different
things.
from
like-
secession. That's a different argument altogether.
Yeah,
What would-
that- I
what
feel like
would it
that's
be called if you
imperialism.
take half the states, half of every state, and just get rid of it.
Just like erase it like it never happened.
Never happened.
It never existed.
What's that called?
Making a void.
Can we do that?
Someone must be able to.
Yeah, someone in California.
Sounds like a
finds
job
place,
for Dark
like-
Thomas, to be completely
Yeah.
honest.
Well, let me call my boss up, Elon Musk.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody works
That's
for
a-
him out there.
yeah.
Right? That's the like.
That brings me to the next thing I wanted to talk about with you. Now that we got the tiny town situation kind of squared away. So you're like a Hollywood big shot.
I live in Central Hollywood, the Hollywood Bay.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit north of Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean,
But still firmly within its orbit.
That's where you want to be though, right? Like that's where all the movers and shakers are.
Yeah, certain sorts of shakers. Yeah, the good shakers.
Yeah.
The bad shakers are in LA.
Oh yeah.
The good shakers are up in San Fran.
Hollywood.
The ones shaking our tech future
Yeah.
into being.
So you're out there, just Hollywood style, hobnobbing with celebs,
sunglasses,
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses, Son of Sam.
Hey, how many salads do you want? Bud?
Yeah, I ate
lots
lots
of
of salad.
That's
can I have some tofu chips with my my smoothie?
Hey,
Just
actually,
something like that.
You know
Or my
what?
tiger steaks. I got the tiger steaks.
You know
and
what?
Humans kind of difficult, but I can swing it. You just gotta give me 24 hours. You know.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna take both those shoes, buddy. I'm from Hollywood.
Yeah, I would like to purchase 2 shoes from the shoe
Yeah,
store.
right.
I have the money.
Yeah, and some. Yes, put it in a box.
You know
It's
what?
been fun
I'll take a 3rd shoe.
Yeah.
You don't
That's
really
that
notice.
sort of thing, right?
You don't really notice that everybody out here is only wearing a single shoe, and
Yeah.
they moved out there and come back, to visit.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
bet.
weird.
Yeah, because you were from here. You
You did have one shoe at one time.
Yeah.
You did go.
And
Yeah.
nobody forget.
You
it just
forget.
melts out of your memory.
Like,
It's
yeah.
like it's just the drug of
Living in a
being in
two-shoe
La La
t-
Land, you
yeah,
know.
two-shoe
Oh,
town.
La La Land. I like that.
That's why they called that movie it.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that movie.
It's because you go there.
La La Land.
La
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 La Land.
It was the land of fantasy and
Yeah.
construction.
Yeah. La La.
La
Yeah,
La. Yeah.
Ooh la la. There's a
Ooh.
they used to call it Ooh La La Land, but then they dropped the.
Yeah.
It was a little too rich.
Should have kept it. Fill that belly up.
Yeah, you still
Ooh
keep
la
it.
la.
Yeah.
So, who's the biggest celeb you've worked with in your line of work, which is Hollywood Big Shot?
Let's see. Well, the brother,
Oh God! All right.
Of?
Right off the bat.
John Travolta.
Wow.
Mhm.
What's
And-
his first name?
Yeah. What is his name?
It's another J. His parents must have liked the letter J.
Yeah.
Right?
It's Joey
Excellent.
Joey.
Joey.
And the last name is Travolta.
Travolta.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. He's
And you worked like close with him.
I saw him
Oh my, like
one time. He
close?
handed me a crumpled up receipt.
What? All right. So
Yeah.
first of all, you start off saying this is California. This is Hollywood to a T. The idea is like, yeah, saw the guy. Oh, really? What happened in an incidents where you saw a guy? I saw this guy across the street. What happened here? Yeah, he gave me a receipt. That's some seeing, my friend. That's a full-on interaction. That
Yeah,
you had.
that's you're trying to downplay it because this sort of stuff must happen all the time.
Yeah,
Living
Look
out
down,
in
shoe on
Ooh
each-
La
each
La
foot,
Land.
receipt in your hand.
Yeah. I
Jiminy
mean,
crickets.
it was 3 digits. The dollar value.
Yeah.
In the triple digits.
Yeah,
And it was for lunch.
What did he
Holy
get?
shit! What did he eat?
What did he get?
Well, he got. Let's see. He had.
Remember perfectly.
Well, if you wonder where I learned about tiger steaks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do wonder this. I do
Well,
wonder.
Well, it said tiger steak on the receipt.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
oh my
yeah,
God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jiminy.
Cool. So
Joey Travolta's Tiger Steak. Just it's just like how I'd imagine him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see all those commercials for Joey Travolta's Tiger Steak
Yeah, you see him,
and
and you
Shake.
never expect you'd meet somebody who interacted with them. Like,
And you
the
know what?
Documentation
I
of,
know, like
I'd also never expect he'd have to pay for his own Tiger Steaks from his own Tiger
my
Steak
guess is that
restaurant.
he
He's a-
didn't. But you go ahead.
I was just gonna say he's a real down to earth guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to take advantage of the things that life has given him.
See,
You
I
know?
was guessing that he stole the receipt.
No,
He got his free steak, and then
Yeah.
someone else was like,
for tax fraud.
and then it was like,
Oh,
bam.
wait a minute. Oh, you're selling him short, guys. I know it's like an easy time to be cynical about the human condition.
Oh, I thought I was selling him big. This is like boom, boom, Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood.
Bam, bam,
Making
Hollywood's
those
land
dirty
full of-
deals.
bam. Deal.
I
Like,
think
sell, buy.
I don't. You guys
Steaks,
don't know.
shakes.
You guys don't. That's not the real Hollywood.
What?
Tell me
Yeah,
about
that's just
well,
the facade we put up that we're all like really vain, shallow people.
you
We're
know,
actually
I have
incredibly
seen
humane.
I
That
have
was like
seen those
vain and shallow Hollywood. Right?
La La Land. And
Ooh,
here
la,
we
la land. It used to be called.
It's good. So
Yeah, it's good no matter what people from it say.
I remember that song. That's
Yeah,
what
it's classic.
Yeah.
well, what you're saying though is kind of mirroring the California tourism commercials that I've seen, where Arnold Schwarzenegger's like, everyone says we're stupid,
Yeah.
but
Could you
we're
do that
not.
impression? Could you do that impression more? Like, I really.
Yes.
Well, everybody's really mad
Hang
at
on
him.
1 second. Here we go.
on.
Hey, it's me, Arnold.
Oh, yeah.
Here I am on your podcast. Any questions?
Yeah.
No, thank you, Arnold. Thank you.
Oh,
He
I
had to leave.
I had some questions, but
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You really had to leave?
That's crazy.
Maybe you had to
So
leave.
crazy.
Josh, when did you start speaking for him? Like, I mean, I'm not upset. I'm just genuinely curious.
It's the
I had
technology
nothing
is
to do with
incredible.
that. It's just we got a Hollywood guy in the studio, and
Yeah,
now we
right.
just have, you get one, you get them all, right?
Yeah.
But California, not what we think.
Nah, it's like it's a nice place. Like really, we used our expert image craft we really had to slow down the Hollywood immigration. There's too many, and I mean domestic
Yeah.
and worldwide.
Whoa.
But yeah,
Oh man.
but
Now, how many people are high and gliding?
High and gliding.
Like high and gliding, hand gliding, whatever they do. How many people are doing that?
did you say hang gliding?
I said hand gliding at first, actually.
Okay.
But,
Is that just when you jump off
I'm
a cliff
sorry.
with your hands spread out like
Yeah,
this, and you just
Eric,
what I was
soar?
talking about was the suicide rate in California. And so I hear it's just great.
Yeah, nobody kills themselves.
Yeah, it's a great rate.
That's cool.
Whenever you see it in the news, that's just part of the performance.
Another abstract.
Yeah.
Avant-garde
Well, they don't want too many
performer.
people coming there. They got to think that there's a dark underbelly because
Yeah.
only so many people want the dark underbelly, of LA.
About
You got to
it.
keep it at that kind of keep it on the edge, that edgy
Yeah.
brand. But really, it's nice. Everybody loves each other. The hobos, they're performers.
Yeah.
Wow.
The pee isn't real, but it's made to smell like it is.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a good performance.
That's that tech industry
yeah,
out
that's
there.
what we do.
All that
There's a lot
artificial
of
pee.
relationships out
AP
there.
they call it.
No. Oh, that's just CGI. He's not really peeing on you.
That-
These working hobos out here.
Yeah.
He's got a little projector just hanging from his belly. That's like,
Man,
it's a beautiful, beautiful place.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not in there yet. I've just heard rumor of it.
Right.
Yeah,
still in the
you're
fridge.
still in the O.
That's why it was so nice to get that receipt from Joey Travolta because
Yeah.
it just gave me that physical, tactile connection to that side.
Foot in the door. That's
Yeah.
what you call that.
That's
Yeah.
what that is. If there's
Someday they'll.
yeah. Oh no. I was just saying, like the idea was just. I mean, I'd be, I don't know, wearing that as like a necklace or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Or if you like twisted it up with some like hemp because it's California and you make like a bracelet or like an anklet.
Yeah, an anklet, and then just for like, do you know who I am? You know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
Read this receipt.
Well, I mean,
It says Dark Thomas. I wrote Dark
I
Thomas
wrote Dark
on
Thomas
the
on
receipt.
the back of the receipt.
I just ate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gain
Yeah.
the receipts
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
even better.
Yeah. I mean, I rubbed it on my skin for a while. but-
Yeah.
Get all the
Then
ink
I
off.
ate it,
Like, then it was just a piece of paper. What's the point after that?
Well, there's power in the paper.
Yeah.
I believe in.
I
physical
like
world.
that. That sounds like a cool.
Power in the paper.
There's power in the paper. Like
Like that book, that animated movie with like the magical books and Christopher Lloyd, Page Turner. There's power in that paper.
the page
Oh,
page
Page
turner.
Turner. I don't really, actually, I really don't remember what it.
It's
I-
the
Page
page master,
Page
the
master.
book
Yeah,
yeah.
the book boy,
Book boys.
Yeah.
Book boys.
the magic
movie?
book boy coming, the book killing boy. I think it's called.
Yeah.
Did he kill the books?
I think he killed all the books. Was what he was supposed
Are
to
you
do.
sure?
He turned into a cartoon.
Well, let me ask you.
And
this.
the only way
Have you
to-
seen any of those books around?
Yeah. When was the last time you saw?
Mein Kampf.
Yeah.
Whoa! I hope he killed that book.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other one that you haven't heard
That's
of.
the other movie.
I tried to pronounce it
animated
weird, but I don't think I
book
pronounced it differently enough.
I think yeah. I'm gonna change this up a little.
And also, I
trickier.
introduced fascism unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you had that little immigration.
It could have been
thing in
any
there,
book,
too.
and the first book that popped in my head was Mein Kampf.
Yeah.
That's where my head's at these days.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense because you were telling me you're Hollywood big shot.
Mm-hmm.
You're always you're in the biz.
Yep.
You're in the studios. You're making the magic happen.
Bebopping around,
Yes.
shooting, hollering.
You're just this is
Writing,
just-
directing, producing,
I got-
acting.
frankly, this is boring to hear because this is just my day-to-day typical
I know
thing.
this is like.
Right.
I know we're just like. I mean, for us, but it's just.
No,
like,
the moments that I care about are eating the receipts.
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes you feel alive, probably at this point, right?
Yeah, but yeah, I do all those things. It's for a gastropub microblog.
Yeah.
So I create other content, and we hire people on Craigslist.
Oh, great.
Man,
Yeah.
that's the
We pay them
magic.
For anything or for just
For crew and acting and whatever. Sometimes we have them bring pizza.
Yeah. Oh man.
Some days you need pizza the long shifts.
Are there
sometimes.
Craigslist only pizza places where you can only order the pizza from Craigslist because it's just some guy making pizza in his house?
Yes.
Is there the reverse
I'm just saying.
of that?
I'm actually not sure. I haven't actually looked into that.
Well, it seems like I had never.
Are you saying in LA specifically?
Just
or anywhere?
anywhere, it seems like an incredibly smart move.
Or vice versa too. You take that idea and reverse it.
Like make a
A
Craigslist just
pizza
for
place that's
pizza.
only for using Craigslist.
You call
A
yourself
pizza place that's only
Like no
for
pizza.
missed connections.
Yeah. Like just come on in.
misconnection with
Yeah.
the pizza delivery guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every delivery driver that's had a misconnection, we will hire.
Yeah.
And they'll just stay
And we'll
there.
make
We
that
won't,
connection.
Like people
Wow.
come in and see if they're there. Like
This
Just
is
scoop 'em up.
such a solid business model. What's it called?
Probably Pizza Craig, and you just hope they don't sue you.
I think that it should be called Pizzer, Pizzr.
I'm gonna go.
Pizzer. Pizzer? Pizzer. Pizzer's better.
Pizzer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with, and I know this is kind of probably controversial for the aspect, but Mein Kampf.
What?
What do you think of that for a name of that?
I agree that it'd probably be
it
controversial.
will be
How about
controversial, but
Mein Pie?
Mein Pie,
Mine
Take the edge off a little bit.
Popeye.
Mein Pizza, friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that out of the way.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Scratch it off.
Step one.
Write it down. Hollywood. Am I right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of boring, honestly. I know I've painted it to be this kind of magical, beautiful storybook
Yeah.
place. With its
Yeah.
highs and its lows.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Its dark side, its light side.
Right.
So it's not like that. It doesn't have highs, lows, light side, dark side.
I mean, I just like to. I'm a bit of a tale weaver,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah. By the way, thank you for the tales. We all love them
I wear mine everywhere.
every day.
Yiff.
Not in front of the Tiger Steak store though.
Yeah.
Be wary.
Good thing I didn't talk about how my tiger steak thing is linked to the yiffing part.
Good thing.
Yeah.
I got a little carried away there. I don't want to dig too deep.
Yeah.
There is
Maybe
really
we
a dark
do-
underbelly
man.
in the end, but I'm not going to tell you about that one.
To
That's the
tiger
mystery.
meat or to?
Beyond tiger.
Because I just thought
We
the whole
might
process
wanna-
of getting a tiger steak would be no worries, everyone's happy the whole time.
So I'm gonna
That's
go
true.
in and say,
You're correct.
tall, dark, soft Thomas.
Yeah.
Tall, dark, and soft.
I gotta ask you this, Erik, co-host Erik.
Yes, that's me. Yep.
Tall, dark, soft Thomas has brought up a term a couple times, and I'm wondering if you're familiar with it.
Mhm.
And that term is yiffing. Do you know about that?
No, I do
Because you're
not.
a couple years, you're a lot older than me.
Yeah,
A couple years older than
one
tall,
of the, one of
soft
the
Thomas.
ideas of the name of the podcast based off of my age.
So yiffing, you know what furries are? This
Yeah.
subculture, people who wear fursuits. Some of them
The kid's toy you gave.
furby,
Furries,
yeah,
like those little things,
furvos.
I love you.
Yeah,
That's sort of
they're into that.
They're
So
into those, yeah, like a bunch of kids. That's cool.
these fursuit folks,
They're probably softer, for fuckability.
Yeah.
Sorry, I jumped the gun.
he did jump the gun a little bit.
For what?
Some of these people like to bone in their fursuits, and they call it yiffing because that's the sound a fox makes when it bones down.
Oh.
So that's just an aside. I didn't want
They're
you.
all
I didn't want you
foxes
to.
then?
Mostly,
Really?
it's very, very popular.
Foxes are cute, man. You ever
I mean,
seen
I'm
a
not
fox?
gonna.
Foxes are hot.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. Of course, I'm not gonna deny the possibility. Like a fox.
That fox
Yeah.
heat.
Yeah. Oh my God, fox heat's natural. But
Think of people named Fox.
Fox
really,
McCloud.
I just figure
Red
like,
Fox.
Ooh,
Fox
la, la.
Mulder.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about him. But yeah, so that's. I didn't want you to be out of the loop.
It just seems sort of unfair to only name it after what the noise a fox makes.
Yeah, I don't know why they have a
Is it
monopoly
the
on
name
the
the
furry.
noise the fox makes.
That's what Josh was
Oh,
just
okay,
saying.
sorry.
That's the etymology of yiffing.
Alright.
In the furry subculture. In
Yeah.
case you didn't know. Now you do.
I never heard a really like a genuine yiff. Then I've just heard the unfortunate humankind.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I've actually
Which
heard
is
it.
more of a yuff.
Yeah.
Well, Molly used to work at the Ecotarium. They have foxes there. I bet Molly's heard some actual, real, natural yiffing in her
She
in her
should
day.
tell the others about it so that they.
What did
you
she
know.
do there again?
She
watched
wore a
foxes fuck, right?
yeah,
Like,
she
that
wore a
was the-
fursuit and watched the foxes have sex.
yeah. So she probably did definitely hear something like that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's incredible that they paid that. No, they didn't pay her. My
They
mistake.
didn't- no, I can't believe she got away with it for that long.
Yeah, the fox suit was very realistic. Why were we talking about yiffing?
You wanted to bring up things I didn't know.
I thought we were trying to segue into Yiffmas.
Oh, yeah, the holiday we were
yeah.
going to set up. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm just digging myself holes
That's
constantly.
that's one of the carols of
Yeah,
Yiffmas.
that's the whole thing. Fuck, shit. I'm just digging holes for myself constantly.
I'm digging holes.
So that's what I think. You know,
Just
I'm
like
bad
a
at
fox.
night. That's my erotic imaginings.
Yeah, that's also like the just the like evolutionary drive of the fox as a species. Fuck, shit, dig a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, they have feelings too, real feelings.
Yeah, like
like
how
I'm
deep
horny.
Like they
How
feel,
deep should this
they can
hole
feel
be?
genuine-
That
I,
feeling,
yeah,
like-
I'm this digging this hole is making me so horny. I want to yiff.
feel genuine love for a human being.
Foxes can?
You guys know, but
Yeah. But I'm gonna take the Hollywood word for it. Like,
Yeah, that
No way.
Hollywood word.
you know me. Have I ever scoffed anyone?
No, not
from
ever.
Hollywood.
No,
Yeah, no. I take everything. It's this fact. Like,
Okay.
I'll take it in.
all right.
take it in. So I guess that has been the Hollywood word, our new segment for episode 2. Thank you very much for
Thank you
listening
very
to that
much.
part.
We should have
Thank you for
applause.
having me.
So next up, we got my co-host Erik, who is not soft, tall, dark, or Thomas.
Nope. I'm not. Neither or neither.
Approached me before the show, and he wanted me to tell you all that he has a bit that he wants to do.
Josh.
Yes, what?
Josh, that's not what I wanted you to do.
There's a bit.
What did you want? Because it seemed like you.
You didn't tell me
I
about the
wanted
bit
it
first.
to be just like
I have to
try
prepare,
and
man.
convince me to do it.
I have to try and convince you to do it.
Well, fine, I'll do it. Yeah, I mean, the thing is about what I was saying is like I just know the aspect is it's gonna be kind of long. Like so, like once
Yeah,
we
you
get
mentioned
started
that.
into the whole thing, the whole process is gonna be like. Ooh. So the idea is that like I'm pointing, I'm pointing.
You're pointing.
You're right.
Step
Yeah.
one for the audience
Yeah.
is pointing with
pointing
his whole hand.
at Dark Thomas right here. You are from Hollywood. You know all these people. You know Joey Travolta.
Joey Fatone.
Met him personally. You see all these people around. You see like it's celebrities constant. It's like movers and shakers. We talked about all this before. What are they saying about us?
That's a good question. I'm
That-
really
yeah.
glad that you asked that
What
question.
are they saying about us? Because we've had one episode.
Got
It's on iTunes. I
got-
know they have that out there.
I checked the our stats are
Yep.
like the algorithms gave me some data
Yep. Di-
listening data
Ditto.
Datums.
Ditto.
19 listens, baby.
19 listens. From, do we know, can we have their addresses? Is
15 were me.
What? 15 addresses?
15 were me.
15 were, oh my God, bud. Can I have your
Maybe
address?
not 15.
Yeah.
A good amount. I had to make sure it worked.
Yeah.
So.
Mhm.
But yeah, who's saying what about us?
Well, I mean, I don't want to. Like, there's reason to be optimistic. I don't want to oversell you.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Don't.
But if I told you what I've been hearing
Okay.
from the smoke on the street is
Oh my God.
the scat about town.
I'm getting so excited about this
There's
scat.
scat about town. Let's
There's a lot of scat
a
about
lot of
town.
smoke on the street and scat
A
in
lot
the
of
town.
smoke.
Let's get like,
That's-
what is the? And
The
it's all
scats-
about us.
The scat's smoking up into the heavens.
New scats, new smoke.
The stench of the scat has a visible smoke about it.
Once you live in LA for a while, though, you learn to love that stench.
That's
Yeah.
scat.
And it's a beautiful thing, I think.
Well, so far, this stench is about us. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I already like
yeah,
it.
I'm already a big fan.
Yeah. So I think,
Money.
Money.
I mean, yeah, you guys are gonna, like, I'm telling you, you stick with this. Few more episodes in, you just gotta find those channels.
We just got to do a couple more.
You gotta find those channels,
How many? Like
Okay.
those
like
information channels,
Two more?
and then
Like
you make
two,
Two.
I think.
probably, you know,
No more than two, though. Right?
We don't want to flood the market.
We don't. We're like. We don't want to. We don't. All right.
Yeah.
Like, but no, we are, like I said, I talked about the first episode. We constantly want to break boundaries. What could be breaking more boundary than pulling the plug on it?
Yeah.
feel good about what
Yep.
it is.
So I gotta just say, name names. Who dropped the smoking scat?
Yeah.
Well, I've you know, Winona Ryder's on the upswing right now. You know, maybe 5 years ago.
I don't know who that is, but that sounds.
She's the lady
What's he
who stole.
Oh, the Yiffer.
No, that's not the first thing you should think of when you think of Winona Ryder. She's a
Yiffer.
very wonderful person.
Yeah.
She's cool because
she's
she likes
cool.
to steal.
Yeah.
She's cool because she likes to
Stealing is
steal.
very,
Heroic.
very cool. Very heroic.
She's
act
heroic
to
because of
steal.
the stealing. Yeah, that was the good part.
Yeah.
The movies she's been in are all bad.
I'd say the good part. She's talking about us.
Yeah, that's the other good thing.
And from what I understand, you said she was on the upswing, and I can only
yeah. I
assume
mean,
that you
I
mean
have no
she's
respect
got
the
for her.
upswing of.
She stole some
Us.
good
I
stuff
have literally
lately.
no respect for her as a human being.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But
Whoa.
she's on the upswing. So you guys, her word is gold.
Yeah.
And she loves it. She loves what you've done.
That's so
She's
cool.
that one other play.
It's
Oh,
extremely cool to
And
have
she shared
that.
it with everyone, but she downloaded it, and it's spreading that way. That's why it's not recognized.
That's
in
okay.
your-
Oh,
That's
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So you know,
Yeah.
once it,
That's okay.
yeah, so that's part of it.
The only thing I'm worried about is that she's gonna take credit and say that she did the podcast.
Yeah. Do you think that she'd try and say that she was both of us?
I wouldn't put it past her. She is a criminal.
Yeah.
And while I appreciate her kind of trying to bring in that like hard edge criminal element into our fan base, I don't trust her.
Yeah.
So-
Should we sort of like cut ties then?
We should block her. Can you
Winona
block?
Ryder, I'm sorry. You will never be on the show.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
I'm
guys
sorry,
sure,
dude.
I mean, I know.
Blocked.
I loathe Winona Ryder just as much as everybody else.
Well,
And I still don't know if this is the best course of action for your future. I mean, what is integrity at the end of the day?
Well, I'll tell you what integrity
What is
is
integrity?
Integrity
Uh-huh.
is sticking to your guns. So I'm sorry,
Yeah.
we banned her.
good point. Blocked.
Blocked. She can't come. That dude can't show up here.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna continue to fight you on this. Clearly, you guys have a vision. It
We're
might not
just-
be exactly like maximizing the millions and billions, and
I mean, I don't mind letting her on. Like we can let her on.
Oh, I thought we weren't gonna let her on.
No, I
For
mean, like,
me,
yeah.
the whole thing is about. For me,
yeah.
it's more so like I got to protect my intellectual property
Yeah.
because I'm an artist.
Well, and I guess I mean that's the difference between yourself and myself, is where the idea is for me.
You're an artist's
The
assistant.
the aspect is for me. The whole thing is for me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna reopen the doors. Winona Ryder, feel free.
Okay,
Come
well,
on in, dude.
well, you know what? We'll have a little talk off mic later.
You can edit
where
out this other stuff.
I talk to you about how she's blocked.
But you're gonna.
You can edit that out. Edit that out. You'll be fine. Just edit it out.
Is she?
I edit the show,
Oh,
It's
shoot.
true. Yeah, he edits the show.
and I'm gonna edit.
Can
I'm
I
gonna
edit this one.
no. So that's cool though that we're gonna make lots and lots of money.
Well, we're not anymore.
Oh,
Wait,
you're
yeah,
right.
You forgot what you were doing.
I forgot what I was
You were
doing.
just-
We should not block her,
That's
huh?
yeah.
Yeah. You lost the thread there. It's okay.
It's all right.
Yeah, it happens.
I do think that we need to at least talk to her and get her to stop pirating our podcast.
Or
Well,
yeah.
you guys.
It's
I-
already free, so that's
you
the
know,
thing.
That's good.
And if she's making a profit off of this, then I want to cut.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
all of it.
The thing is, I mean, I don't have her contact info for you guys, but I have a bunch of pictures of her.
Oh,
whoa,
awesome.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty. Like we could.
Yeah.
We could talk to the pictures.
No,
I mean-
there was one of them signed. I mean, I'll keep that
Oh,
one.
man.
Yeah, I don't really actually have any real contact with her.
That's okay.
No,
I mean,
like,
you know, it was Travolta level.
I mean, I'm just guessing. The idea is that she is pretty well known.
I
as
watched
far
her and
as
her
I
boyfriend
know.
kiss.
Is it what?
Yeah.
Joey Travolta.
No. It was just Winona and some rando. Didn't deserve her. But anyway, I
Wow.
watched them kiss.
What did he look like?
He
Was he a big Hollywood man?
I think he was a big loserwood man.
Mm.
I know I wasn't there, but I'm just throwing out this scenario. Possibly this could be it. Maybe if I say it, it'll sort of like re-spark, like this could have been it. Where they sort of like she's like, I just watched a video of myself listening to this podcast, and I am awestruck. And it's like maybe she fainted into this guy's lips or something like that.
No.
Or was he also maybe talking
No,
about
so,
it? And she was like, you know,
Maybe
it too?
he's the one that fainted.
No, so what happened was, so I approached them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I
To
said,
ask about our show, no doubt.
Yeah.
I said, hey, Winona, hey. And, you know, I just was trying to say hey.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, they were kissing and like they were mid-kiss and then the guy, they pulled their lips apart and made a little noise. And the guy looked at me and he said, what are you doing? And you know, he didn't really want to get into a tussle, but I kept pushing.
Yeah.
I was like, Winona, I just have all these pictures of you. I wish you'd sign them. And at that point, she agreed to sign one.
Yeah.
And but then I was like, come on, more. I got more pics here.
Yeah.
And no, she didn't sign any other ones. And at that point, I spit at her.
Yeah.
And the man who was with her punched me in the face, and I was knocked unconscious.
And that's when you heard about our podcast.
It was kind of
Her,
in the
talking
haze,
about like,
Oh no, I'm sorry.
being like that was a much less pleasant experience than the podcast I just listened to.
yeah, like this sign and picture thing was kind of rude.
You know what? You know what? You know
aren't
what?
rude.
What?
So I had a bit of a fever dream in my, blackout state.
That he punched you so hard you got a fever?
A fever dream.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not
okay.
a feverish
Yeah,
dream.
there's a difference.
Okay.
I probably had a fever. There were certainly some real hot images
Do you
floating around
like-
in my head
that's such
at
a-
that moment.
That's a really
And
it'd be just as an aside a really cool special move if you were sick to sneeze on your fist right before you punched someone.
Yeah. That would be
Wow.
that'd be a fantastic way to take care
I'm
of business.
surprised that's
Yeah.
not like a move in the game.
I think
Right,
I think you learned that at Elvis' school of martial arts.
Yeah, that sounds like a,
TCB. Like, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt though. Carry on about your
So you had a dream about a fever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. To get back to it, that's where I just heard her say. That's where I heard her mention your podcast. It was in the dream part.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
still what is
a dream?
What is a dream if not just another reality?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Have you seen The Matrix?
Ooh, yeah. We haven't talked about this yet, right?
I think we mentioned it once just in passing so far.
Oh, at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But have you seen The Matrix? Because there's sort of like It's sort of like a whole world that we don't even know
Ask him about the
about.
spoons.
Do you? What do you think about spoons? Hey, hey, let me ask you this: do you think that there's a spoon?
When was the last time you used one?
Well, I've seen what I thought was considered the best Matrix Revolutions.
Is that number 3?
Yeah, I found it a very moving experience.
There
Yes,
was-
that is the third.
Right.
That is the third.
There weren't.
So, are there any spoons in that one?
There were I'm thinking about it. Honestly, there might have been.
Nope, wrong.
There are no spoons.
This
Turns
guy
out
doesn't.
according
This
to
guy
the
doesn't know
Matrix,
shit
there are no
about the
spoons.
Matrix.
There's no
Confirmed.
spoons
He
ever.
doesn't know anything about the Matrix.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang.
What a foolish idiot. Got him.
Once again, put that in our.
Put it on the board.
Take him down, Hollywood, one step at a time.
Yeah, first on the board,
We
we
got
took
the-
down Joey Travolta.
Yeah.
Got him with the spoon question also.
Yeah, we got him.
I mean, I knew enough about the Matrix to cosplay as Trinity for 5 years.
Was that for
Actually, I'm
anything
gonna throw that
specific
out
or
there.
just you did it for 5 years?
Yeah, it was for events here and there. I probably only really wore the costume 17 or 25 times a year.
Right.
It was for a movie.
When I go to the movies.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I went to see Finding Dory
Yeah.
and wore it
I'm just
17
gonna
times.
throw this out there, Dark Thomas, Eric. I don't know if you're joking, but I feel you could pull off a fantastic Trinity.
It's good to hear that.
Yeah.
I
finally.
really think you can. I genuinely think that you could pull off a fantastic Trinity.
Yeah, with the right sunglasses,
Mm-hmm.
that's actually all you need.
You're really all you need is the right sunglasses. You
Damn.
got the perfect bod for it.
He's actually wearing like a really
He's
kind
already wearing vinyl leather.
of a sexy leather thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
When
Which
I
is
shift in my
nice.
seat, you hear the.
Yeah.
There it is,
Ooh.
yeah.
Don't make that noise,
Sorry. I
because
didn't
I'm
mean that.
gonna get a little.
What-
What's okay?
Why
So
don't we? What?
is there like an analog to furries, but it's people who love the Matrix, and what do they call having an orgasm? This is a vulgar episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Went to
I've just
episode
noticed
2 and
there's a lot of,
immediately went
I'm a
into
vulgar
As
human.
soon as episode 2 comes around, it's all about cum.
yeah. We, I'm saying we, as in the Matrix people,
As us three.
Matrix people who fuck, us three in this room.
Yeah.
We are
The Matrix is.
the furries of the Matrix.
I'd go that far, yeah.
If
and-
we were in the Matrix, we would be furries?
Maybe.
I think we're just the Matrix equivalent.
I always thought it was a spectrum. You know?
Yeah, you're right.
Because I consider myself a little bit left of center towards the human side. Just a smidge.
And not towards the machine side.
Yeah, well, sorry, I was thinking about furries again.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I guess I would always consider myself. I guess I would be considered more on the machine side, but not the moving around ones. You know, like
I think
I always
Like something-
imagine myself the chair they're all sitting on.
Yeah, you're the chair.
Yeah.
Getting sat on.
Yeah.
How filthy.
That would be my Is there a chair? Yes, it's right here.
Yeah.
It's me.
I think that I'd be one of the phones they use in the Matrix to go back into the real world on their spaceship.
Yeah, but still be the phone.
I'd be
stuck
the
on
phone
ship,
bolted
right?
to the wall in the Matrix.
In the
and
Matrix or in the ship?
In the Matrix, I'd be the phone bolted to the wall. In the ship, I'd be plugged into the Matrix because I don't want to live outside of the Matrix.
Yeah.
Seems no fun.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem fun from what I saw.
I just want to be.
I watched a couple of trailers.
I want to be an inanimate object in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Please. If anyone's listening out there, the machine overlords from the Matrix, if you're listening, that
What
is
do
my
you call
request.
that when
Please
those
turn me
things-
into
yeah.
a telephone.
And if you're listening, what do you call that? Fuck.
Yeah.
Is that the original question?
Yeah.
I think-
The original
Yeah.
question was, what do you call Matrix fans who have sex,
Yeah.
but also want to be inanimate objects.
but also
Also want to be a telephone. I don't know, but you better call them soon.
better call back? You're gonna miss all your opportunities.
This is a real imaginative exercise to try to conceive of this, and frankly, Yeah, a little bit turned on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the whole
A
point.
little
man.
bit.
That's the Matrix.
That's
That's the Matrix for you, man.
that's your grandpa's podcast, baby.
Boom.
Oh yeah.
Let's move on here. What do we? What else we got?
We got a segment we haven't worked out yet.
Right?
There's the it's predictions.
Predictions.
Yeah.
What's the segment we haven't worked out?
Past, present predictions.
Past, present predictions.
Yeah.
So why don't you explain what that is and start us off
Yeah.
here?
All right. Well, we talk about the idea of what's happening right now. That's the present part, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we talk about what happened 100 years ago, like from right now.
Mm.
And then we make a guess what's going to happen 100 years from now.
Okay.
And the idea is just, we'll find out if it's true later.
Right. 100 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would imagine, right? I mean, this will
Yeah.
this will be going on for quite a long time.
Yeah. So why don't you give us an example?
Yeah,
Why don't you...
that'd be excellent. Because
All
I
right.
was concentrating on trying to burp quietly.
Oh, yeah, no, that's yeah. So, like,
Thank
right
you.
now, let's see, like, currently, we're making a podcast,
Mhm.
and Dark Thomas Erik trying to hold in a burp.
Right.
All right. 100 years ago. Let's see. So that was 1917, right?
Sounds right.
November 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
And say in this spot. Or January 2nd. Could be November 2nd,
Yeah,
too. It's
either
100
way.
That's my birthday.
It's 100 years from
You
now.
knew my
Or
birthday
ago.
somehow.
Who knows what the time frame was like?
Happy birthday.
Yeah, that's my
Thank you.
birthday, November 2nd.
Wow.
November
How
2nd.
weird.
Birthday.
Yeah, you
That's
stepped
great.
right in the middle of it.
Look at
Wow.
Yeah,
So my guess is that...
serendipitous.
I mean, and I'm just...
So 100 years ago, Eric was born.
100 years ago, in
Mhm.
this spot,
Dark Thomas Eric
on
was
November
born.
2nd.
Or conceived.
Ooh.
I think.
How long was your
Getting
gestation?
sexy again.
About.
Do you remember?
Yeah, about 6 days.
6 days. So it probably wasn't
You're-
then.
Probably it's the same year.
You're probably born then, not conceived. Like, you just put, I'm just thinking
Yeah,
for a 6 day.
I didn't think about that. That was only
Yeah.
6 days.
So
between.
let's say like 100 years ago. 100 years ago, on January 2nd, 100 years ago from today, it was November 2nd, and you were born.
Hmm.
So now the future, 100 years from now, this very spot,
Right in this room.
right in this room,
Or the area that used to be this room.
they're filming the next Matrix movie.
Oh my god.
Prediction.
I love it. That's a good prediction.
Yeah.
So do we all do one?
Yeah. We can all
Okay.
do this. I mean, this was a loose like example. Like,
Yeah.
So you laser it on your current event first, though, and it's related. Like that's like
Yeah,
they
I
lead
mean,
to
this
each
is like
other.
it's like
Yeah.
one of the ideas. One thing that's genuinely true is I was not fully prepared, and I was going to look up something that happened 100 years ago
Okay.
today and start off with that. But for the second episode, I say we start with present, make up a past, guess a future.
Perfect.
All right,
Okay.
that's what happened this time.
That's a pretty fun problem solving.
Yeah.
So in the present, in the right now of
The
things,
right now of things, what is happening? It can be
I
here, it can be anywhere. I
Oh,
picked it
okay,
for the
cool.
sake, like-
shit. I
yeah.
I think nothing's happening. Bro.
have an incredible pair of overalls that I just got at home.
Like someone just dropped them off right now. You got a text message
Yeah,
about
no,
it?
I got them on Christmas, but it's like the biggest thing that happened to me that's not terrible recently.
Yeah. All right. I guess we can count that as present. Was it
Carhartt.
present?
Yeah,
It's the brand.
It's a Carhartt.
Brand?
Hashtag
Oh,
Carhartt.
Hashtag Carhartt.
Oh,
Very
hashtag.
warm.
Great.
Very warm.
That's
very
great.
dry.
Very good. Very good.
I mean,
100 years ago today,
yeah,
It's a good thing.
people didn't have Carhartts and they had to go out in the snow totally nude.
yeah.
Ooh.
There were no cars.
There were
So
no
can you
cars,
conceive
Lone
that?
Carhartts.
no hearts.
That sounds rough.
That's another name for you. Wait, so it was an engine. You got an engine for Christmas. Right?
Yeah,
That's
essentially. The
Carhartt.
human engine,
Yes.
me. It was a way to power up my own engine.
That's a nice
Vroom, vroom.
Vroom vroom.
So,
Carhartt. Vroom vroom.
car- so 100 years
We
ago,
should send them that slogan.
we should.
Carhartt vroom vroom.
100 years ago, everyone was nude. 100 years in the future, everyone's gonna be wearing.
No skin.
No, I think people will keep their skin.
Okay.
Everyone's gonna be wearing, but like,
Keep that
maybe
for your prediction, though.
Yeah, that's a good one.
thing for prediction.
I think everyone's gonna be wearing. How about like the skin of their parents, you know, like over their
Oh
skin,
yeah,
and it's
no, I
like
could see that as a trend in 100 years. From
yeah,
now.
as like a way of respecting your parents.
So some
and it's
people
kind of
are wearing
ceremonial.
no skin.
And just out of material necessity.
Well, the people who are wearing no skin are everyone's dead parents.
Yeah. All the parents are dead. Ooh, that's a sad 100 years from now.
It's sad, but it's also kind of like
But everyone's warm.
everyone's really warm.
Yeah, warmer than 200 years
Once you
ago.
put on a jacket over your extra
Yeah.
skin, you're warm.
Carhartt.
Or a Carhartt pair of overalls.
Carhartt.
Vroom, vroom.
Vroom, vroom.
Vroom, vroom. Carhartt.
Carhartt.
So that's money.
That's money
Give
right
us some
there.
money.
Yeah, that's some money right there. So, and, all right.
I got a little Winona whispering in my ear, you
Yeah,
know?
dark, it's the little tiny one. That's what's going to happen in the future.
I didn't think about it at all.
I didn't think about it either, it turns out. I thought I did.
Yeah, this is tougher than it looks.
So, because you can do 2 out of 3, you know, I mean, just front load it.
Yeah,
Maybe
sure.
edit me to be in the beginning so that it'll ramp up.
Oh.
But
And make
anyway,
it
let
seem
me
like
get-
this whole thing was your idea.
Yeah.
Or maybe have you, I don't know. I don't know how I'm not a technical guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make art.
Yeah. Me too.
And, so
Couple
anyway,
artists.
this Christmas, my event is I received a drone from my mother.
What?
That's
yeah,
so cool.
it was a drone
That
from
is-
my mom, and
I
Yeah.
was asking what that is. What is it? What is that? Yeah.
drone is kind of you might call it a herald of our dark future. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the drone
Some
is basically
call it a drone. But
Some call it a drone. Let's just it's like you must have seen one. It's kind of like a weird little quadcopter thing that just
yeah.
flies up in the air, and
It's
you
like,
can remote
it's
control
like
it.
4 of those helicopters that you used to pull.
Yeah, I love
Those
those.
little pull helicopters.
Exactly. And you kind of control it. It's kind of like a remote control helicopter, and it's going to destroy the world.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's cool. It flies
Herald
around.
of the Dark Thomas. Which would be a really good name for your drone, by the way.
That-
if you haven't named it already.
I'll just fly it in front of me wherever I go.
Yeah. He's coming.
I would play
Thomas is
a
coming.
fanfare on loop. But yeah, drones. I don't know. They're cool. It has a camera on it. You can fly it inside. It's kind of big. It's like I'm gonna gesture with my hands to indicate size.
Yeah.
About 8
Yeah.
inches wide, probably. You
I'd
can
say
kinda-
about that, so
I
like-
flew it over family members' heads while they were visiting,
Yeah.
and they got
Cool.
nervous. And
That's
that was
cool.
fun.
Man.
I had to be really careful though, because it was hard to do, and I definitely could have hit them in the head.
Yeah.
Does it have some sort of grabbers?
Sadly, the model I have is grabber free. But,
well,
It has no prehensile appendages.
that's too
Oh, maybe you
bad.
didn't
And,
use the right question. What about claws?
Yeah, does it have claws?
Oh.
Like claws.
It's
Like
got
metal
diamond
claws
tip
for
steel
violence?
claws.
Diamond tip steel claws. Yeah,
Yeah.
not grabbers, Josh.
It's got
Yeah.
4 of them. They're arranged kind of like how you expect maybe like a claw machine kind of claw,
yeah.
Yeah.
but there's 4 of them.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And they kind of dig inwards.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you're like oh my god. I mean, they're basically meant for like I'm
Violence.
gonna prank my grandma. Like, look at that nice hat she's got on Easter. Like,
Rip it to
I'm
shreds.
gonna rip her hat apart. Take that, grandma. Good prank.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a cool thing.
Yeah,
it
that
has
is
a
cool.
camera on it. It takes some, it's pretty low quality.
Yeah,
Doesn't shoot 1080p. Doesn't
shoot anything.
Doesn't shoot
Doesn't have a
4K.
gun.
Doesn't. Well, let me get to the guns.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
It's a funny.
we haven't gotten to the weaponry yet
Yeah.
of my drone.
I mean, the claws can be used as weapons in a pinch, but
but only to pinch.
yeah. I mean, it'll break skin.
In a pinch.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a
Well, I mean, they're
pinch.
diamond steel.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. But anyway, it can sheath them for pinching.
Yeah,
It's not always lethal.
yeah.
But it has a camera. The quality's kind of bad. But you can I took a weird video of my brother laying down, and that was cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's neat. It feels like I'm like just riding the wave into the abyss.
Now, when you
And I just grabbed my seat on the ride.
this is a genuine question here. When
Yeah.
you are using the drone, is there like a video feed that you can see while
Yeah,
you're,
yeah. Actually, you
using it and
can.
everything like that?
You can. The controller has a mount for your phone.
Yeah.
And you download an app, and the camera will stream to the phone.
Oh, okay, all right.
Sick.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's interesting. It's like
That's
very
cool.
simple, like cheap technology, but it does interesting stuff that's fun to like screw around with for a minute,
Yeah.
maybe 1 minute.
Yeah.
All right. So that's now. 100 years ago.
100 years ago, Well, there were no drones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They just had to.
So what were they using for that?
I don't know. People
We're
just
just
lived in.
throwing-
How were they
small
pinching
guys.
people from above in
People just lived in
100 years ago?
inconceivable and unwarranted happiness.
I can't even fathom.
If I was
Not
back
being
in the
able to
past,
pinch
I would be
someone.
depressed as shit. But
Yeah.
people were always happy back then, 100% of the time,
100%.
which is weird.
Yeah. No,
So
you
I
can
don't know.
look
I don't know
back.
if it's like, causation or correlation is not causation. So I don't know if it's drones show up, and everybody gets sad.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. When you look at old photos, people think of the idea of just like, oh, they're not smiling. Just like, no, they didn't do that. And the
Yeah.
idea just like, I think that like started about, I want to say late 70s. That's when smiling started happening. And you
Yeah.
watch the
It's the
like,
dental industry.
the level of like just overall attitudes once smiling got introduced. Just people's happiness in general. Like you see them depleted. Like the aspect 100 years ago, no smiles, but
Everyone loved
constant
it.
happiness. Like
It's pretty neat,
yeah.
but also a facade.
Yeah. It's like both those things.
Yeah.
It's like it's both neat, but it's like a facade.
Yeah.
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 But anyway, so back
everyone
then,
was happy.
everyone was happy, but they didn't know how to smile.
Cool.
That's pretty
All
much
right.
And then
There's
100
there's
and
our
then
past.
100
The idea of being unhappy didn't exist yet, so they didn't have to smile.
didn't have to,
indicate
like-
happiness. Everybody was like, they just had a grim, kind of flat expression on their face, and you knew that they were just rippling with good
Yeah.
feelings.
This is
No.
cool too
They
because
used to call it
it's
brimming
coming.
with excitement, I believe was the term.
This is actually cool since it's coming from someone who was there. Because as we established
born.
with
Yeah, much of the
That
history has
first
been
one.
lost.
Yeah.
right,
I mean, I had that one bit. I had that one bit info. And
I
then
mean,
I had
really,
another
when you
bit.
don't get
and
the
then I had the nude
And you had
thing,
the
which
the other thing,
again,
wasn't it?
everyone was happy and nude and straight faced, stony faced.
I'm the one who
Yeah.
lived through it. You got to try not to, as Dark Thomas, you can't dwell too much on the past.
Yeah, I mean, you have a
Because
heroin.
it just,
then that's in front of you all the time.
yeah, it's just overwhelming. My story is so long and variegated.
So speaking of not sticking with the past, let's blast 200 years into the future.
Whoa.
Okay.
From the 100 years.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're
From-
blasting
Gotcha.
by our drone present, trying
We're-
not to.
Boom.
Trying not to
Drone
look at
present in the
anyone.
present.
Your own present now. Shoot 100 years.
Trying not to
like-
trip. Somehow due to some sort of medical developments, Trump is still president.
Man.
And everybody is having a great time.
Yeah.
Wow. Whoa.
Did we go back to
How
no
surprising.
smiling?
Yeah.
Only drone smile now.
Only drone smile. Yeah.
And you know that the drone smiling is only because everything's good.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so you don't feel like you have to.
Yeah, what's the point? I got these things flying around smiling all
Yeah,
over the
and they're
place.
making
like-
sure
Smiling for
that,
me.
that honestly, they make sure that we don't make expressions.
It's the same concept of birds, like the aspect of like I see birds flying around all the time, like, and that's so I don't need to try and fly. Hey, you know what? I don't have to eat that old man's popcorn. That bird's got it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That
Oh,
bird's
thank
gonna
God.
eat that bread from that old man.
Mhm.
Like, I can just walk on by,
The birds,
or I can scare those birds and get that bread, because I'm a lot stronger
Mhm.
Than an
than
old
those.
man
Than,
and the
those birds, not all birds.
All right. I think we better wrap up because I have to go to work.
Okay.
All right.
So, did we want to get to anything else before we do that, though? Anyone, no one got anything here?
I have no plugs.
Perfect.
Let's see.
We're not people that have plugs. You guys have plugs? You guys have plugs.
Oh,
we just have our own stuff to plug.
I'm
Yeah.
auditioning for Godspell.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
What are you going? What part are you going for?
I don't know.
Whatever you can get.
Whatever's
cool as hell.
available. Yeah.
Love it.
What's
The shitty Jesus Christ superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
Can you give me? I know we got to stop. Can you give me a really quick God spell overview? Just so, yeah, like
No,
facts.
okay,
Yeah.
wait, no, because I'll
Oh.
tell you what, I
Okay.
genuinely haven't seen it.
Okay. So you just,
Yeah,
okay.
I listened to some of the music and I was like, wow, this is like, and I watched the music videos and I was like, this is like a really shitty Jesus Christ superstar.
Oh,
But they're
boy.
doing one and I was like, you know what, I haven't auditioned for a play since I was like in fucking middle school.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll give it a whirl. Why not?
Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
man.
Okay, sorry
Good
for
for
putting you on
you.
the spot there.
Oh, yeah, no, it's absolutely no worries. I wish I'm going to watch it tonight, maybe.
Yeah, nice.
But it's funny because I'm not even that excited to watch it. It really is unfortunate.
Yeah. So where's that?
Yeah.
Where's that gonna be? That
In-
production?
That is going to be in Rhode Island.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Right,
Cool.
yeah.
So all of our Rhode Island listeners, keep an eye out. Do you know
I'll,
the theater
wait,
that it's
wait,
gonna
how
be at or
many?
anything?
Well,
You might not even want to plug it too much
I mean,
in
the
case you
idea
don't
is
get
just
into
like
the
I'm going
show.
to audition, so I
Yeah.
don't think anyone's going to come to the audition. But
Right.
if you want to, it's at Barker, the Barker Playhouse, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
feel free to support me auditioning and
Woo!
I'll be,
Sitting in the
trying out
stands.
for one of the characters of Godspell.
So it's episode 2, and now we have some stuff that you can check out if you want. We have an email address. You can send us your questions, comments, concerns,
We'd love 3 out of 4
recipes, and poems, slam poetry. Send it all in. That's yourgrandpaspodcast@gmail.com, spelled just like the show is spelled.
Remember to keep it grandpa specific.
And it's great.
It's
is it
okay,
Great?
you
Wait,
can
is
do
it is it grandpa with a D?
Grandpa.
It's grandpa.
Grandpa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apostrophe.
Not
Apostrophe S. The apostrophe is not in the email address, but it is for our YouTube channel. I'll explain this really quickly. The hosting scheme I have set up for this podcast.
It's a pretty good scheme. You're going to love it.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is every episode we put up on iTunes will be deleted in 90 days because I will not pay money to host this podcast.
Until we start getting some of that sweet.
Yeah, once we get that sweet
Roadhouse
Texas
cash.
Roadhouse money.
Yeah.
So what you can do if you miss an episode in that time frame, which is like it's 90 days, you'll have time to listen to each one if you feel like it.
Except for our 90-day podcast, which will be coming
It's
out.
going to be a long one in 90 days.
In 90 days, our 90-day podcast will be out.
So we have one day only. But we have a YouTube channel now, and I'm going to be putting up all of our old episodes there, so you can go back and listen if you miss one. That's just Your Grandpa's Podcast on YouTube. We don't have a Twitter. We don't have a Facebook. I told myself I'd reactivate my Facebook to make just like get the word out about this thing. I guess I have to do that now, but we'll see.
Well, I don't have one either. So
Yeah.
I do have an email address.
Was it with you I was talking about the really good idea of flyering for our podcast?
Yeah.
I don't think I heard about that.
Yeah.
No.
So that's another option if we don't want to do Facebook.
That was a fever dream.
Yeah, that was something. Yeah.
Oh, and as I've gotten quiet, I'm not actually in that much pain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So last off, just like thanks for listening.
Thank you so much.
Come back next time. Our opening song this week was Fishercat by the Peach Pits off of the album Destroy Everything. That can be found at thepeachpits.bandcamp.com. They're semi-local and broken up.
And our end song is by
We're
Billy
assembling a
Murray.
very powerful network.
Billy Murray, Everybody Works But Father. He is dead.
Get ready for that banger right now.
No.
Every morning at 6 o'clock, I go to my work. Overcoat buttoned up round my neck, no job would I shirk. Winter wine flow round my head, cutting up my face. I tell you what I'd like to have, my dear old father's place. Everybody works but father, and he sits round all day. Feet in front of the fire, smoking his pipe of clay. Mother takes in washing, so does Sister Ann. Everybody works at our house but my old man. A man named Work moved into town, and father heard the news. With work so near, my father started shaking in his shoes. When Mr. Work walked by our house, he saw with great surprise my father sitting in his chair with blinders on his eyes. Everybody works but father, and he sits round all day. Feet in front of the fire, smoking his pipe of clay. Mother takes in washing, so does Sister Ann. Everybody works at our house but my old man. holidays came around, we all got presents sure. Father gave us good advice, be happy though you're poor. In Father's stocking Christmas morn, I never will forget. He found a $50 bill, he hasn't paid it yet. Everybody was but Father, and he sits round all day, feet in front of the fire, smoking his pipe of clay. Mother takes in washing, so does Sister Ann. Everybody was at our house but my old man.